crazy.
Yeah, you are. Marco, we had a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation event this past weekend. Or week, I guess. It was on Monday.
Eddie had an intelligent thought.
Jesus
Jesus
I knew
Christ.
it was coming.
Wow, yeah, I hate to see it. No, we
I
had
I'm really
Eclipse.
coming for him right now.
We had an
I
Eclipse.
slept through our world event.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna try and check it out, but I don't think it was that cool in California.
In California, yeah, it's
so
nothing.
It wasn't a big deal, and then I ended up falling asleep and waking up like 2 hours after.
I woke up for it, and I mean, so we had Totality and God damn, everyone's off screen. We had Totality in Texas, and our little sliver. And I was disappointed walking from my porch to into my driveway, and so I can't imagine, if you spent thousands of dollars to travel the world to be there for what we had. It was all overcast.
What was your method? What was your method of looking though? Did you just look directly at it?
Oh yeah,
like you're supposed to, as doctors recommend.
Yeah, so we had the glasses, obviously.
You didn't use those glasses that I left at your house?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I used the Baldo that you left at my house too.
Oh damn.
So I mean, honestly, we could see the sun perfectly fine. It was so overcast that I didn't really even need the glasses. So like we would get like a tiny peak of like a millisecond of the sun, and then it it went behind the clouds. So it's kind of lame. I mean, it did get dark. I put the video on the channel, but then I was like, well, my address is showing, and got a bunch of concerned messages, and I was like, I'm gonna set this to members only. So yeah,
I would have paid good money to see you dress up as Ozal the Wise and been out there trying to make it look like you.
No,
had
that's
caused
real
the-
content right there.
There we go. No, that's the real content creators would do that, not me, not I.
Yeah, I saw people were like wearing 3D glasses and like
Jesus
these
Christ.
those glasses that they give you when you get your eyes dilated at the eye care or whatever. And I was
any
like,
of
dude,
those-
where are
I don't
people
think
getting
any of
these glasses at? What
There
the
was this
hell?
guy at the corner store selling the glasses, and I thought that was really smart. Like, I mean, he was upcharging too. They were like $5 a pair, but
He was
I mean,
Mexican, I guess.
he was. I respect the hustle.
Of course.
I was like, are these NASA certified?
My neighbor had some, and I got the glass. It was clear, totally clear here.
And you
It
got
was
Totality?
99%.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Badfish didn't give a fuck. He was like, I'm gonna look through a hole in a cereal box. I'm like, bro, it's a once in a lifetime thing, and you're looking at this like
I
you're
didn't
a
plan
kid.
it all for it, man.
Yeah, you
And
only
I
had-
love space stuff, but I just
Wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was
Go
like
ahead, Eddie.
supposed to be the moon in front of the sun, right? And it turns out it was just Dean's head.
Jeez.
wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's why you were able to
What
see
did I
it clear in
do?
Texas.
Wow. How dare you?
Wow.
What did I do to deserve this?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
It was actually,
It was actually
it was actually just Ben's penis.
Jesus.
That's why,
Jesus.
that's why we had Totality in Canada.
Yeah, morning wood.
it was,
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Shall we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
Oh, he is lagging.
he's Dean.
It's the Eclipse, I think. He's Dean. I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm Badfish. That
Welcome
Texas
to-
internet, I tell you.
That's
Wow,
right.
welcome to this week's episode. It's not my VPN this time. Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that mattered the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. Can you guys hear me now? Fuck.
Oh, we can hear you just late, but go for it.
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we want to thank everyone who's watching, whether you're catching us live on the replay, the YouTube studio audience, giving a shout out on Apple Podcasts. Thank you guys. We'll talk about that later.
Portugal, baby.
Shout out Portugal.
And shout out to Collector Zone.
Shout out to Collector Zone, indeed. We have a great show for you guys tonight. But Dean, with all of our great shows, we start them off with a great segment at the top of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. Joel's comment made me laugh. Am I streaming from Mexico? No, I'm not. Close enough, I guess. Yeah, what'd you get new this week? So I got, just in time for the Eclipse,
Wow.
I got Nosferatu Zod. This is the Pop-Up Parade L, so it's larger than their normal figures. I think he was only like $40 or something. He's huge. Shipping was a bitch, but solid too. He probably weighs like a pound. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
He's awesome. Super cool. And then just for Marco.
Don't do it. Don't you
I got
dare.
A Knuckles figure.
You
Oh my god, you have them all.
motherfucker.
You can't keep getting away with it.
I did have them all, but they came out with new ones. So I got Knuckles here, or Nux from New York.
Ew.
And
I don't like that at all.
From where?
I got
Nux. My
Baton
name is
Rouge
Nux.
from no
Baton-
place. He's from
Louis-
New York.
I don't like
Oh
any
my
of
God.
that. All of that
How
makes
is
me
how
uncomfortable.
is Baton Rouge not from Louisiana? How are they from no
Wow.
place?
She's
I don't get it.
from no place.
I don't get it.
So it's again, it's a multiverse show.
It's
so,
some
like,
Sonic
They
humor.
go to different. Yeah, it's Sonic humor. So Eggman creates like this like city. It's called New York because Eggman Yoke.
That's not even how you spell that.
See, I
word.
told you.
That's yolk, like a plain yolk. Why are these
Eggman's
words?
a-
I'm not the writer of the show.
Eggman's a
Don't
bit of an
come at
idiot.
me. Yeah, he's a fucking dingus. But I got one more, but I'm not gonna grab it. Is another
Tell us what
Sonic
it is.
figure.
Another.
Just
Wow.
tell us
It's
what it
another
is.
Sonic figure, but I had gotten one before. It's just a recolor. But
So Shadow?
yeah, that was my new this week. How about you guys?
Wow.
Wow.
Let's see.
No.
We have
that
this
seems
from Marco.
racial.
What? How dare you? How dare
Holy
you?
cow! Yeah. So my full disclosure, I got this a few weeks ago actually, but it's just taken me forever to actually open the box. So this is the Hot Toys, the Batman and the Bat Signal. So the full deluxe set. Deluxe. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah. So I did open it up. I haven't plugged in the Bat Signal yet. I haven't even looked at the base, but pulled out the figure, pulled out the head sculpt. And I have to say, thank God Hot Toys added the second hair piece for Pattinson, because the second one they added was way better, like way more true to the character. So beautiful figure. I didn't add any pictures of the actual figure because I knew Eddie would clown me. So you know what? I'm going to avoid that altogether. But people are saying it's Hot Toys' best figure ever. I don't know. I feel like I have better Batmen than this one.
You said?
I've heard that conjecture, honestly, but
Wow. Pancake said it?
but
Eddie
yeah,
just
Pancake
sounded
said it
like
for sure.
John. Eddie sounded just like John. Who said it?
How fucking dare you?
What did he say?
I had to.
So really good figure. I don't know if it's Hot Toys' best ever, but yeah, really, really happy to have this and excited to see the Bat Signal. Folks were saying it's kind of small, but I opened it up and it looked massive to me. But you know what I think about massive.
There you go. Congratulations. I want one bad. I think I have
Do it, bro.
a secured one, but I gotta wait for the in-art one to.
You should have told me. I canceled mine.
Well, I don't want to pay full retail. I want to pay less than retail.
damn.
So, there we go. Congratulations, Marco. Eddie, you had I think a new this week as well.
Yeah, I didn't have time to take pictures, but this is the
It's
we were
okay.
talking about it last week.
Oh,
this is the X15
yes.
from, I think it's Bandai Chogokin or whatever. It's the die-cast version of the X15, and it's got a little buzz in there that sits in there.
That's fucking cool.
There's actually a buzz comes with it.
I don't have a little buzz going.
Wait, so does Buzz fly this at all in any of the films, or what's the...
Any of the films?
Yeah.
Yes, in Lightyear.
I haven't seen Lightyear, so...
Okay, it'll be a spoiler if I tell you. This is the 15th version of the rocket ship that he flies. So,
wow.
Yeah, you have to watch the movie to figure out why. It's the 15th version, but this is the 15th version that looks kind of similar to the colors of the toy box that was in Toy Story.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then it comes with a little mini Buzz that stands up.
Wow.
And it comes
Are those
with
die-cast at all? The little
no,
Buzz?
these are plastic. Just the X15 is die-cast, and then it comes with Zurg.
Oh, Zurg.
Oh, that's sick.
Damn, he's fucking huge. Is he that big in the movie?
He's this like to scale with the ship. Yeah, he's
God
pretty
damn.
Massive. And then it has landing gear if you don't want to use the flight stand that it comes with.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. And it has like flaps that open up, and the canopy opens up. And then I finally opened my Logan from Mondo. It's cool. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it though, because it's kind of like the articulation sucks. I don't really like posing it. All I could do is get it into a Marco pose, and I don't really want to. And then this, I guess I'm gonna talk about this on Small Talk.
Is that a MacBook? What is that?
No, this is a box, and it is from our very own Vintage Rebellion.
Wow.
Mr. Chris Porteous.
I'm waiting for my package, Chris.
He painted up my Mr. Freeze from McFarlane. He gave it a chrome paint job, so I haven't got to check it out yet, but I'm pretty excited to see what it looks like.
This was the Build-A-Figure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so finally got that back, and I'll probably go over it on Small Talk because I didn't have time to open it, but pretty cool, man. Excited to see it.
There we go. Go. Badfish, did you get anything new this week? Jesus Christ. You're on mute. Your camera's on.
I'm literally finishing dinner because I put my kid to bed at like 8:45 tonight. So, not this week. I have actually no, technically the Amazing Spider-Man. Which one was it? Which one got delayed? Was it the Toby got delayed?
It was the Toby that got delayed, yeah.
So I just received the other one, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Simon and Garfunkel. I'm hoping to open that up this weekend, depending on timing. So,
very cool. Let me tell you this. One time, I think this was sophomore year of high school. I went to a birthday party for one of my friend's siblings, and I think it was like at Chuck E. Cheese or Peter Piper Pizza. I don't quite remember, but I couldn't lose, man. I was fucking just raking in the tickets, and it was the most tickets that I've ever had, and I bought a lava lamp with all there's like thousands of tickets. I don't know how the fuck I accrued this many.
What game were you playing? Or
what
game?
place?
Just all of them. I don't know, like Chuck E. Cheese. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Anyways, I got a lava lamp. Right? I always had wanted one. That same friend came to my house after that party. I set that bad boy up, and we played soccer, believe it or not. And he kicked a ball in my bedroom and knocked the lamp over and broke it.
That had to be intentional.
It was an accident, but I've never had a lava lamp since, and I had.
They
one
were jealous
of
your success.
Life. I was bathing in success, and they just couldn't handle it. So, seeing that lava lamp in the background reminded me. But let's see, we got Safeful in the chat. Toy Mafia, Darth Tamaris, Big Ol' Fern, Ben Thomas, couldn't make it in time, boys. Love you all. 12-inch Blue Stream, TK592, Sith Scale Collector, Six Gun Figs, Eddie Money Mendez, Jason Nelson. We also have Conquer Knight. I like that little profile photo there. Mr. Sketch, Juan is Dean streaming from Mexico. Let's see here. Christian Cooper, Jason Nelson. Actually, Jason, I need to have you over again soon. We got to finish that Spider-Man whenever you're free. Just been so busy, but would love to get that done soon. Benjamin Rue, Sam Gist, TK. Now you can print all the lava lamps you want. Yeah, let's see here. So I my printer went out, and last week, and I was very upset about it. Please mute your phone. And I purchased a new one. It's the Mars 4, so it's the newer version of the one that I had. And my old printer was a 4K printer. This one is now a 9K printer, and had sold quite a few. Yeah, that's a good question. So the pixel density, actually Marco probably can answer this better than I can, because I actually don't really know what 4K means. So whatever 4K means, this has 9 of those Ks. So...
I was just going to ask. So it's the same resolution as like a monitor, though, right? Is the way they...
I was hoping no one would ask, because I was like, I know it just means it has 9,000 K.
It's
it's a pixel density
plus 1 the resolution.
Pixel density. There.
If you had a 1K, this is 9 times that.
says it in the bottom corner as well.
Oh, here we go. So it's 8,520 by 4,320 pixels. So essentially, in terms of the detail, like my current printer was really good, but this one can basically double the quality plus a little bit more. Yeah. Or all of that to say that we don't know what we're talking about. At any rate, these bat guns have been coming in clutch because I put out a post for the community, and Lane and this guy Peter picked up a bat gun, and I've also sold quite a few of them recently. So if you want to help me pay off this printer, because I did have to charge it, buy a bat gun. That would be great. But I'm back in business, baby. It was the most... I did a video, and I was so confident of unboxing this. I was so confident in the entire video. And then when it came time to run the first print, it failed epically. And I was so fucking incredibly stressed because it was the same issue that happened with the old printer. Clearly it was a process
you're the problem.
issue. I was the problem. I couldn't read. Now, the old printer, even though I have fixed that problem, there is still a problem with the vat. There's what's called a FEP on the bottom. It's like this clear film. I need to replace that, and then it should, in theory, work. And so I may keep that one in use as sort of a backup printer, or even just to print. I've been doing a lot of these small print commissions for people, which I have no problem doing. But, you know, they take some time and some effort, and so if I can keep the really nice printer for bigger projects, that might be advantageous.
Where's my wheelchair, dude?
Bro, I told you I don't think I can print the wheelchair. Wow. I said I might be able to.
You print a whole wagon, you can't print a wheelchair?
Okay, well, it's different. The wagon is a gross object. It's just a mass of wood. This wheelchair is like these fine little details. At any rate, I'm gonna fix my plastic printer, and I will try to print your wheelchair. But I got my first print done. I guess technically my first print was this little... So if you watch the unboxing video, there's my calibration cube. It came out great. So you want this side, all these little tips to be formed. And on this side, you want none of them to be formed. That's called the cones of calibration. And my first print came out as this. And I'm really happy with it. So... this is my D&D character. I found someone that had sculpted pretty close to what I wanted, and bought the file and printed it and painted it. And it was nice because it was already pre-sized to Mythic Legions, so it popped right on the Samir head. And I did like the Samir head, but you know, he was a Middle Eastern wizard, and Ozal's a white dude, so you know, had to get the Caucasian hands pack as well, and it came out great. I'm actually really excited with it. I actually, because Dean lied to me, he said he was going to sell me this wizard staff, and then he didn't. He went back on his word. Typical Dean.
I never said I would sell it to you.
It was on air. There were witnesses.
On air, you said you should sell it to me, and I said, oh, maybe. I never said I would.
Yeah, okay.
You put the idea out there, and I didn't want to put you down in front of everyone.
That hurt.
But if you're going to fucking... throw me under the bus. Here we go.
I'm throwing you under
the
bus.
Get
here's you, and here's the bus, bro. You are under it. Anyways, so I got some air dry, or not air dry. It's Sculpey, and I sculpted my own wizard staff, and it came out really good. It came out really good, actually. And so I made like
person.
Who, me?
Yes.
Why?
You know what you did.
What do you mean? What did I do?
You just did it right now.
What?
You made up a story about me.
I didn't make up a story about you. That really happened.
It didn't happen.
It did happen. Anyways, would have made me feel a lot better, but I had to learn to sculpt my own wizard staff because Dean wouldn't sell me one of his. So I'm kind of
$5 on eBay.
No, yeah, they're $10 plus $5 shipping. Thank you very much. Anyways, so enough of Dean's lies. I learned to
How much
sculpt.
did you pay in materials to make that?
The Sculpey was like $3, and the little like tool was like $2 for the pack. It's like $4
and paint?
It's brown already. I actually didn't paint it.
Oh, the Sculpey's brown?
Yeah.
Where's the crystal?
Well, if I had a friend that sold me a staff,
I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you put all of it together? You might as well. The time it took.
Just funny enough,
$15.
I did buy 2 of the staffs, different staffs. About the one that you had, and then the Santa Claus one, because it has like a little, like, it's like the question mark staff. I don't know what you call it, like a shepherd staff.
Yeah, like a shepherd staff. Yeah.
Anyways, but this is like post, because like current Ozol in our D&D campaign doesn't have the crystal. So.
Oh, okay.
This is.
I
like
was gonna say this is
post-op Ozol.
This is the most the show has ever talked about it.
Wow.
Post-operation.
I was going to say this is the most the show has ever talked about a staff, but no, that's not the case.
That's not true. That's not even remotely true. How many episodes
Gotten
did we
a
talk about
twig
this?
from outside and then gave it to
Eddie, you
him
think I
and-
touched grass?
Oh, don't mention the word twig. Zach's gonna get triggered.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really triggered. How dare you? I still haven't gotten that fucking comic book.
Oh, you know you're not going to.
I know I'm not going. I talked way too much shit on this guy. Figurecraft says, "What's the quality of that Mars?" So I owned. Let me tell you this: the 4K printer, which I think is not fully broken. The parts that are integral to the print, i.e. the LED screen, is still functional. I print with that printer every day, almost probably about 4 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week, for at least 10 hours a day for 18 months, and it. Doing a show here. What are you doing? Like spring cleaning in the middle of my.
Oh, I was cleaning my disc off. I'm sorry.
For 18 months, and it worked beautifully, and has made thousands of prints for dozens of people, and they've all been very happy with it. This new printer is fucking awesome. In fact, so I actually printed 2 of the wizard heads. This is the 9K quality. I don't have the hat glued on, but it is very crispy. It's fucking real good. And I mean, I think you could print pretty good in 4K, but I think 9K just, you have that extra K, right? Who knows what it means, but it looks really good. And they're very easy to set up. The unboxing video, even with the troubleshooting, because I did have a problem, which was 100% my fault, it's a 45-minute video from opening the box the first time to running the first print. 45 minutes. And about 20 minutes of that was me damn near having a heart attack because I thought the printer was broken. So very easy to set up. I mean, there are some hazards that you have to worry about. So in the new office, I'm going to upgrade this air filter that I just bought. It's right there. They sell a toxin filter that actually removes VOCs from the air, which is like volatile organic compounds. And it should be good. But if I still have those issues, I will actually just drill a hole in the wall and vent the printer outside. So yeah, if you need help,
it's resin, right?
It's because it's resin. Now some plastic printers, I print in PLA, which is pretty safe, but there are some materials, I think it's like TPU, that you actually do need to vent them outside because when it melts the plastic, it is produced like a harmful odor. And yeah, King Ding, Zach's Wonderland is back. Figurecraft, if you have a sculpt that you need printed, happy to help you print it, as a printing service. But also, I mean, printer is, I think it was like $210 shipped with I think it was a 3 or 4 year warranty. And I mean, it really pays for itself pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know
what would you say the operating cost is? Like having resin on hands, all the stuff you need.
I mean, resin is $20 to $50 a bottle, depending on the resin that you get. I buy like kind of cheaper resin, not because of like to save money, but the higher end resins, they smell really bad. And so water washable is the least smelly. Now they all still have like the same harmful properties, and that's why I want to get those VOCs taken care of now that we actually are going to be in the garage with the printer. But I like to buy like the screen protectors, and I usually like to have one vat spare on hand. It just so happened with the old printer, I just wasn't, I just had never done it. But I mean, I would say you can get like a full printing setup, like a printer, a mat, a table, all the supplies that you need, probably for under $400. Most of that being the printer, obviously. And a lot of the tools like alcohol and the scrapers and stuff like that, you can get those like Home Depot. So it's not too bad. And I mean, with this old printer, I should have got the warranty, because if I had the warranty, it would have covered these issues that I'm having now. And so this one, I did spend the extra $25 to get the 4-year warranty. So, but yeah, like I said, Figurecraft. It is, if you have little kids, I would definitely be careful. I am going to invest some money in this new garage to try to eliminate VOCs as much as possible. But yeah, if you need a printing service, I mean, Zach's Wonderland. I don't know what scale that you want to print your head sculpt in, but if it's 6 scale or maybe even quarter scale, I might be able to help you out. So just let me know. In worst case, if I can't print it, there's plenty of other people I can refer you to. And yeah, Abe, the studio is coming along good. I may need some of you sexy San Antonio men's help this weekend moving some stuff, but we'll see if it ends up panning out. So,
wow, Dean left when you said that.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
no, I got you, Dean. I got you. First the staff, now this.
Holy cow.
I've been watching The Chosen, so you're like doubting Thomas. You'll doubt me 3 times before the end of the night, Dean. Anyways,
I don't know if you were too
Peter.
sad to look at
show.
the details.
it actually is a good fucking show. Why is
I
it
have
such a
heard
good
about
show?
it, yeah.
It's really good.
I'm not even
It's
religious.
really good.
It's stupid good.
Dean cannot watch it though,
Why is that?
because he's Jewish, and he
Jesus
killed
was
Jesus.
Jewish?
Dare you?
I think in the
Yeah,
show
what
at
the
least.
hell?
Yeah, Figurecraft. I could definitely do that. I print 1/6 scale sculpts quite often, so definitely just let me know. What was your question?
Bafish, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you were too sad to see in that Zach's Wonderland post the little details I put in there. You were too sad to look at it, I think.
Oh, what'd you put?
It was basically a copy of the Toys Wonderland post. I don't
Oh,
know
I
if
did.
you saw
I did.
that, but-
Okay, I did, and then I actually made it an official Instagram post. But then I was like, "Fuck, I don't want like Sideshow to see this, and then like have them scrutinizing like, oh, he's making this for this character," and then I was like, I got scared, so I deleted it. But I did post it. I don't know if you saw it, but it was
I
up for a
didn't
few
know.
hours. And
But it
no,
was,
I don't think anyone got the joke because it was up for like 3 hours, and I think one person liked it. They were like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
It was small
And you were that person.
Antonio-based company.
It was
the
remember when
little
Toys
shout-out.
Wonderland got shut down by Sideshow and they made this whole like consumer rights post and like it was like this goofy shit. It was that, but he rewrote it from Zach's Wonderland, so it was really funny.
Incredible.
It was incredible. It was a lot of work and it was hilarious actually.
It took me maybe 20 minutes, but the longest part was finding the dang logo. I found it on Instagram.
There you go. That's where I put it. Let's get on with the show. We actually don't have anything to talk about today, so we might be in and out pretty quickly. So, get it or not, we'll go through all these figures as we go, and we'll talk about whether we get them or not. We start with Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker. This is the Ahsoka flashback Clone Wars version. This is 265, releasing January to June 2025. Now, when these flashbacks hit, I think a lot of people thought that we were going to get several figures from this. Different series of moments, and I think this figure is pretty sweet. I think there is some, I'll leave some meat on the bones, but I think there's some cool things that Hot Toys is doing here, and I know there's been a lot of talk about this portrait, and it's interesting because I think it's tough. It's a tough position for Hot Toys, and I think they tend to just err on the side of what is actually on screen, because obviously this sculpt here, in my opinion, it looks more like Hayden Christensen looked on the set. Now we know in the Clone Wars, obviously he would have looked like he did many years ago in the episode 3 filming, and I think that's what a lot of people are kind of getting hung up on, that he doesn't look like the other portraits that they've released thus far. But I think that's a good thing. I think, when you're making a figure like this, when you're basing it off these exact references from the show, I think they did a good job. I do think, slightly hot take, Hayden Christensen did look kind of weird in the Ahsoka show. I don't know if they de-aged him kind of weird or it was the makeup, but he did look really weird. And this sculpt definitely does have that, maybe it's like the uncanny valley feeling for it. But I think this is a really cool figure. I think they've done some really nice things here. I think Hot Toys, their hair sculpting is just like next level. When I saw this, like just people were sharing the photos. At first I thought this was an artisan figure. I had to actually zoom into the photos to see that it was just a regular release. And at $265, I mean, you're talking, that's the same price as the Mando Trooper, which had no portrait, no likeness. And I guess I just don't really understand the pricing structure of these figures anymore. But yeah, this is cool. And I do have these photos here showing like some of the different flashback scenes. And again, he's not really meant to look exactly like he did in 2006 or 2005, but I think it's such a cool figure, man. I think it's so cool. I certainly think it makes the Stap Anakin kind of worthless in my opinion. It's already a pretty cheap figure, but I feel like that's going to be a bargain bin figure at this point with the artisan and now this coming out. But Dean, we have a new Anakin.
I thought I was the co-host all of a sudden.
I know. Well, actually, you should be, because I know Marco would sell me a staff when he tells me he'll sell it. So,
wow. I got a staff right here for you, baby.
Wow, is it brown too?
You made that up. I know.
Definitely brown.
Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, I like this, except he looks like sad or something. His expression is very, like, I don't even know the word for it. Just, he doesn't look like he's having a good time, which is not a bad thing. And it'd be weird if he was like, smiling ear to ear. But I don't know. It's just his expression is he looks upset. That being said, I think they nailed it. The likeness is really strong. Also his tabards are cloth instead of that weird pleather material that some of them were. So it should last longer. I don't know. Was the Stap Anakin, did it have pleather, or was that just the old Sideshow one? I could have sworn it was this one too.
You're talking the old Sideshow one, I believe. Abe with the clutch. He looks like me and Zach felt when you left us at Las Palapas alone, Dean. JK.
When the hell did you go to Las Palapas?
We invited you, and you said you were going to show up, and then you no-showed. Me and him were holding hands eating margaritas, and we were doing like a twist arm thing together.
I want to see that text. I don't remember that.
That does sound like Dean.
I said I was going to go, and then I didn't show up. That does not sound like me at all.
Sounds like Dean. 100%.
Prove it. Prove it right now. Let's pause the show.
All right, I'll find that text.
But yeah, overall, I like this. It's different enough. I feel like if you had both Anakins, like they don't necessarily have to occupy the same spot on your shelf. Have one with Ahsoka, one on the Stap, like you're good to go. Like I think both are excellent. I do really actually like the lightsaber blaster effects. I don't know why more figures don't come with those. That's badass.
Bro,
I actually really like that a lot.
When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, plenty of them have come with that. And then I was like, wait, no they haven't?
And
it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean,
hopefully coming soon to Zach's Wonderland, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, overall, I think it's, considering it is just a fucking reissue with a new head sculpt, like I don't hate it.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of them side by side because I do have that original Clone Wars one. As you know, I'm not a huge Clone Wars fan, but I like the designs of a lot of the characters. I like the sculpt on that original one because he's very menacing. And so if you were going to revisit this as Hot Toys, I like that they kind of did this goofy, like, I don't know, I don't even know what type of face he's making, but it's perfect for the character, for the scene, for me, from the Ahsoka show. Like, I think they nailed it. The likeness is definitely there. Zach, like you said, the price, it's not insanely priced. So if they had to revisit this one, And of course, there's been speculation since he showed up, since we saw, the behind the head shot with that Ahsoka figure dropping. It's like, okay, of course they're going to do it because they've got, a lot of these bits and pieces, even if they've resized them or made adjustments to make it more accurate to the show. They already had this familiarity with this version of the character. So I'm not upset that they've done this. It's definitely one that I'm going to say I'm not getting it because I already have that character and I don't need 1,000 Anakins. I'm also getting the artisan version. And so I think the Clone Wars, the artisan, I think that's going to be more than enough for me. When they revisit a dark side version, maybe we'll consider it at that time. But I'm happy that they've done this one because I think it's a nice companion piece to all the other Ahsoka figures. And I think they're not done. I think they still got a few more bangers from the show left in them. So I guess stay tuned for some more here. Yes, sir.
I'm not done.
That's right.
I've been looking just at the original here, just on sideshows, like the promo pics for it. It seems a little bit more detailed, like the belt's a little bit different, like the pouches on it, and the it's a little different coloring on some of it, and then the bracers, like the arm bracers, look better, like they're more detailed and stuff, and so do both on both forearms they look more detailed. But honestly, I have the Stap one too, and he is more menacing. He's like got the furrowed brow, and I kind of have always seen that as more of the Clone Wars interpretation of the sculpt, even though it is kind of looks like Hayden. It's not very good. This though is right on, I feel like, and it is a bit of a weird. It's kind of maybe a sad or like, oh hey, I didn't know. It's like he saw someone he recognized, like Ahsoka or something. Maybe that's what they're going for. And it's like, oh, I like seeing someone and you kind of looking up and you just didn't realize they were there, sort of thing. But I don't know. I'm tempted to get this, have like the Stap on the Clone Wars, like Dean said, on the Clone Wars shelf, and then with that Anakin and this on the other, because it just looks so good. I don't know this, but
is it because the neck's not long enough? Like right here, it looks like he's part of the no neck crew.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think I like the way it looks, but I'd have to see the boots as well if they're much different. But I think the boots aren't much different, but maybe a little. But yeah, honestly, I'm considering it just because of the sculpt looks so good, and I didn't even realize the little curled hair coming down over was like separate from. It's like raised off the head. The little curl that's on the right side, but yeah,
I love that they've been doing that more and more too. Like that's just such good depth for the sculpts. So you'd consider adding it because you have the Stap version. Do you feel like because you could have one on the Stap and it's kind of one representation versus this one being kind of standing on the ground? Is that how you could justify it?
I'd have him with like the Clone Wars Anakin, or Clone Wars Ahsoka, basically those two together. Like the older version probably on a shelf, or couple other Clone Wars characters, and then this would be either the transition of Vader. Like I've thought about doing like Anakin as he becomes Vader sort of thing, if they ever released like the Padawan version or even the episode 1 version. This would be that kind of stopgap for the movie version for that era, Clone Wars era for him. Yeah.
Ask the guy with 20 Jokers. Can you justify having multiple versions of the same character? I'm just giving you a hard time there.
See, these are the fine points. Yeah.
Almost fell asleep during that take.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
I think Hot Toys did this expression on purpose to help people not realize that he comes with the sand base. So it'd be like, people are going to be talking about this expression. They're not even going to pay attention that he comes with the sand base.
I was going to point
Dude, they did us dirty with the sand base. They didn't even put the man on the moon footprints anymore.
I know, man. They're like, oh, you don't like having to place his feet where the feet prints are? Then you get
That's innovation right there.
They're like, we're just going to make his feet float on these sand dunes.
I think the head sculpt looks really good. I like the expression. I like when they do subtle things that give it a different look than the dead stare that Hot Toys usually does. So I like it, but I do think that Hayden Christensen aged weirdly. Like, he looks the same, but older at the same time. And I don't think it works for young Anakin. He's supposed to be his Clone Wars version self, and he's just looks older to me. He just doesn't. I don't know. That's what throws it off for me. So I probably wouldn't get it because of that. But I do like how detailed it is, and I think it looks perfect to me. Like, it looks just like him. So I don't think they failed. I just think that for me, it's not the look that I want. But it looks. I think it's cool, and then the lightsaber effects are cool. And then, but I was thinking about. They're probably not going to look that cool on the actual saber because the sabers are never that bright. Like, in the picture, it looks cool because it looks how it's supposed to. But I think in person, with the way that they light up their sabers and how the light is dim, it's going to look like two clipped on effects. Like, it won't hide as well. And then I wonder, are you even going to be able to use it with CCFLs? Because aren't they made of like glass? Like, what if it breaks or heats up the plastic because they get hot? And I don't know how well those are going to be in person. I like the idea of it, but I want to see how they look in hand.
I don't think that as someone that has ran CCFLs, I don't think that you would want to do that. They get very hot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe you could put them on there for a second. The second you turn it on, take a picture and then take them off. But I don't even know, like, they look like they clip on to the saber. Like, I don't know how pliable that plastic would be. It could damage your CCFL. So I don't know. I like the idea of it, but I guess we'll see in person how it actually works. But it's cool. I like that they're doing a bunch of random stuff from Ahsoka. Like, dude, how many flashback figures did we get already, and we still haven't got Ezra? Like, that's fucked up.
Might even have one more Ahsoka flashback figure too.
Dude, like, they're doing Ezra dirty, man. I wonder why. They're doing it. I wonder if there's like an ultimate version of him in the next show, and like they're waiting on that. But it just seems weird that Ezra hasn't been done yet.
They probably thought he was Latino, and they said, he's off the table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you think they would just release this one and then the ultimate one too and milk it? But I agree with you. Maybe they're waiting for some reason.
I don't know.
There we go. For the record, I am a not, but this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a
I like
not
this
as
a lot.
well.
I think it's tempting.
I have
That's
episode 3
tempting,
Anakin,
yeah.
so I'm good.
That pose there on the right, though, is simple. I mean, I could probably pull that off, but the smirking sculpt kind of works for that. Like, it's just different from what you normally would have in a Hot Toys collection.
That's what I like about it. It is different. And we're always saying give us something different. So
Yeah.
It's subtle enough.
I mean, it's like Clone Wars Anakin. We've gotten it already.
Yeah, we have.
no, I'm saying different expression. And there's another reason. Like, you could say we've gotten
You're
this
not
before.
wrong.
You can't complain that this is a goofy sculpt for this character. Like,
That's true.
The Ant-Man
It's almost
one.
like
We got one
it's like
version.
the look on his face is like he's explaining something to Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I
a good
guess
point.
is what
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
doing
I think
in
he
that scene.
was doing
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
he
was.
It's very
Yeah, it's
like master face, yeah.
A master
Douchebag
face? What's
face?
that?
Like the master talking to the Padawan.
Yeah.
Wow. The Massa? No.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's an alligator.
Let's see here. We have the 501st Clone Trooper as released by Hot Toys. We have the blogger photos. This blue has really grown on me this past year. Fun fact, this was the last figure that was in that Q1, coming soon photo. So good to see that they've, I guess now fully caught up on all that. I think it looks pretty good. I do think it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Doesn't
I
the
think
color look more like Hauser's, whatever Hauser is, than it does 501st?
it does. It does. But I think that's less on a Hot Toys problem and more the props that they used in the in the show. So I wouldn't say that's a Hot Toys thing, but absolutely I think the color is not what we saw in episode 3. It's more like a tealish blue, but yeah, I love it. I love it personally.
I do like that they're actually shiny. Like the
You
white.
say they
is-
look shiny.
Yeah, instead of matte.
Instead of
like the other
instead of
ones.
the matte and like battle worn, these are like kind of like new. In episode 3, like they just show up. In that phase 2 armor. But yeah, the color does throw me off. If you had a few of these guys, on their own shelf, I think it'd be fine. But if you try and put these with the other 501st troopers or the Rex or like even the guys on the bikes, the ARF troopers or the what's that little walker thing, the ATRT? That came out already, didn't it?
I don't think so.
It's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
Either way, because just the color's so different. But yeah, I mean, you could easily just futz it in there and be like, oh, it's a different battalion or whatever. So yeah, it's not the biggest deal. And their clone troopers are fucking fantastic. I have yet to have one that sucks. So yeah, I think it's a net positive. I like it. I think it looks good. Probably won't get it.
Yeah, I agree with Dean. I think it's cool, and I think it is off, but I think, like Dean said, you could just pretend it's a different battalion or something like that, have them as their own group, and that would be cool too. I don't see a problem with that, so that's probably what I would do. I do love clones, but I just didn't want to go down that line and have like a ton of clones that I was gonna have to like allocate a shit ton of funds for, so I decided not to do clones. But every time I see one released, dude, I'm like, fuck, I want that. So it's definitely very tempting, but it's a pass for me.
Yeah, they are really, really shiny. I'm looking at the comparison because they do that comparison where it's like, oh, remember that crappy Hot Toys you bought? But I still like the old one, but it is tempting. It's kind of like Eddie said, any clone just looks good, but this the blue is just a little too off. I think that's why I didn't get it in the end. I don't have this one on pre-order or anything, but yeah, it's the shininess looks great. But go to the next picture. It looks almost like it's a video game in this picture. It doesn't look real. Something about it's like uncanny, but yeah, still looks good.
You could put him with that new Anakin, right? Because didn't they have a flashback Anakin in that scene too, where he was walking with him?
I think it was with the dark side version, though, right?
Oh, that's true, because it was the dark side version.
Yeah.
All right, ignore me then.
I mean, but I don't care about that stuff. It would look good with that version of Anakin. So, clones are versatile enough. Yeah, this is one that doesn't excite me at all, but like the clone designs are just so iconic at this point. I'm sure it would look fantastic on the shelf for all the reasons that everyone described. In terms of get it or not, definitely a not for me. I've got my Cody and I've got Rex, and I think that's all the real clone representation that I think I need for now. But yeah, looks nice, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of collections with a lot of these in them.
Yeah, this was Obi-Wan. Forgot.
Oh man, I tried to forget that show.
This is an Obi-Wan figure, one of the few. Holy, okay.
Wow, there you go. Let's move on here. Hot Toys has released the 1989 Batmobile. This one, I mean, it looks good, I guess. They're very edited photos. Kind of, I think the real... I know they would never do this, but I know when collectors get them in hand and we see what this looks like compared to the Jazz Inc. 89 Batmobile, I think that's what I'm most interested in. I think the first release of this came out great. I always thought that this was a straight, remake. So, it looks good. I think it always has looked good. The detail is very crisp. These fucking little black stripes on the bullets, fucking beautiful. Cockpit looks great. I mean, I think this is going to look really good on your shelf, regardless of which version you go with. But they got this. I feel like I have to go back and look at the tape, but I feel like this came out very quickly. I have to go back and check, but yeah, they got this one out fast, I think.
Well, they just had the molds sitting around.
You're not wrong. But it just feels very
just
quick.
Overstock from the last time.
Right, just all the labels are from like the early 2010s. What do you think about this, Dean?
Yeah, beautiful design. One of the coolest Batmobiles ever. Like, I'm not the biggest Batman fan, but I would love to have this on the shelf just because Batmobile's iconic. But yeah, definitely a pass for me just because, that's the ideal scenario. I don't have space for it and funds for something so large, but I like it. I don't hate it, but like you said, we've seen it before, so it's just kind of like, okay, I guess, like, sure. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I think it came out really cool. Personally, if it was me, I'd go with this over Jazz Inc. just because I'd want to save money, and it doesn't really matter to me that it's slightly smaller. Like, I feel like it's not going to be that much comparable to like the Keaton Hot Toy, so I feel like it'll still look really good with that Hot Toy, and I'd rather it's like half the price. So that's my justification for it, but I can't display 1/6 vehicles. I have the 112 McFarlane Batmobile from Keaton's Batmobile, so I'm cool with that for now until I get bigger space, and maybe I'll start getting 1/6. I would definitely love to have all of these. I think they're sick as hell, but just can't do it.
I think I'm in the same boat as Eddie. I'd love to have this, but yeah, the displaying it would be. It's just you really have to have that all planned out and whatnot ahead of time, and I don't know. It's iconic, like Dean said. It's really is probably it's my favorite Batmobile. Maybe one day I am on the wait list, but even if it converted, I don't know if I'd pull the trigger. It was kind of between this and the Dewback for me, and I'm going Dewback. So when it comes to like larger, they're kind of I think the same price range, but I was saying if I'm gonna commit that much to one large item, it's got to be a Star Wars thing. I think as much as I love '89 Batman, I'm happy with just the figure.
Yeah, so Zach, you mentioned the comparison with Jazz Inc., which is natural for us to do, but also I feel like it's going to be less than half the price of the Jazz Inc. version once you factor in shipping. So it's hard to compare because one is like an extra premium version and one is like a mid-tier premium version. That being said, I know folks are going to be disappointed because it doesn't seem.
And I said the same thing as him.
Wow.
What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna give you both the point. I'm sorry.
All right. I think folks are going to be disappointed because it doesn't look like Hot Toys really improved on the original version. We don't know for sure, but I don't think that they upgraded the paint. I don't think that they upgraded to a USB lighting. It seems like just a straight reissue, but at the same time, they didn't advertise any of those features, right? They didn't say like, hey, we're going to do a new and improved, longer, truer to the original prop. And on that, so many folks have gone back and forth on, well, Jazz Inc.'s longer, so it's more accurate. But I was just watching a documentary about Batman, and they were talking about the '89 and the creation of the Batmobile and like all these different iterations they went through. And they said that the ears of Batman were too long to be inside the vehicle, so he actually wears like smaller ears while he's inside of the vehicle. So all these things are movie magic. It's tough to say like, okay, one thing is more accurate to the other, because there's so many different iterations of all of these props. So that being said, really happy with how it came out. Definitely getting this one. Definitely getting the new Keaton Batman that's coming out. I think it's going to look great in the Module case. And happy for anyone that's going to add this or the Jazz Inc. because awesome to have this representation of this iconic vehicle.
Do you have it on order, Marco?
Oh, I do.
Oh, congrats,
I definitely
man.
do.
Well, and it also being smaller makes it a bit easier to display. Honestly, I think that's a plus in some cases, right?
It's going right in my 6110, and like you said, with the Dewback, so I think I've got another slot for the Dewback eventually. So those kind of smaller vehicles are perfect for those cases.
There you go. Let's see here. We have Dean. We have some Tamashii Nations SH figure arts from the Berserk line. Sorry, I was like, I made the mistake last week. Let's make sure I don't make it again this week.
Yeah. This is finally. They announced Shirk, or solicited her finally up for pre-order. Let's see. I have her at BBTS. I think she was $65. Coming out later this year, I think July. $75. Sorry. July 2024, I believe was the time frame. I'm so excited for this. The pictures got me even more hyped. You could take off her little wizard hat. She comes with the little ghost form. that she uses to keep Guts from going fucking insane, wearing his berserk armor. Comes with the little clay dude, which is hilarious. She uses like this little clay army to like defend her home. It's a really cool scene. Some of these guys get huge too, or they like combine. That's cool. But yeah, Shirk is a really cool character, and Berserk is such a fucking sad story that whenever I see Shirk, she's almost like this like sliver of hope, because you know Guts is such a tragic character, and the family he had was slaughtered in front of him, you know, with the whole Eclipse thing, and he was alone for so long, you know, just
Wait,
fucking...
the eclipse that just happened?
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
And he finally is surrounded by people who care about him, and Shirk is one of them, and she just is such a sweetheart, and I love this character. I love that we're getting a figure of her finally. For so long, it's just been fucking Guts and Griffith figures that I have hope in this line that they'll keep it going. So, yeah, I pre-ordered this day one, so I'm so excited.
For a second, I thought this was from Sonic.
Jesus Christ. Sonic figure arts? Wow. Are you kidding me?
I would go hard, for being honest.
That would be pretty sick.
A whole new line you could get into.
I know.
Do you know with the wizard hat, Dean, if it's a separate hairpiece that comes off, or does it fit over the existing one?
Doesn't show it. I'm assuming it's like an actual just clip-on. Because I don't think I've never seen figure arts do that with hats, but also a lot of figures don't wear hats, so I don't know. That's a good question.
Better hide that staff, Dean.
Yeah, Dean. Better hide it. Coming for it. The boy's coming. Let's see here. We also have another Tamashii Nations. Dean, tell me about this.
Yeah, this is Saito from Rurouni Kenshin. His like arch nemesis from, I don't know if you guys know anything about Kenshin, but during the restoration of Japan, kind of going from the old samurai ways into the new, you know, kind of westernization of Japan back in the, I don't know what time frame, the 1800s, I guess. There was a huge war, and so Kenshin and Saito were on opposite sides during the war, and they were constantly fighting, but they obviously couldn't ever kill each other. So much later on in Kenshin's life, Saito shows up, and he's kind of a thorn in Kenshin's side. But they ended up teaming up, and Saito's just a really cool character, a really good villain. I believe he's like what you would consider like a police officer in like where Kenshin ends up living. And so he's a pretty decent guy. He's a good guy, but he's also, Kenshin's nemesis. You kind of root against him, but he's super cool character. I love Saito. Again, another figure we've never really gotten before. It's usually just Kenshin and what's that guy's name with all the bandages? I forgot. But yeah, super excited. What'd you say?
Wow.
Hush.
Oh no.
I like that.
But seriously though, enough of this.
Yeah, this one I pre-order the same day as
that deserved a point.
This one up for the same day as Shirk, so I pre-ordered them both. So,
who got that point, Eddie?
That was Marco.
That's
dude.
Marco.
I'll give it.
Wow, that was a new dongle.
It was the same one.
That's good.
Dean, I get excited when you're excited, but this must be what Ben feels like when I talk about basketball.
This must be what we feel like when he talks about Star Trek.
I was going to say.
There we go. So we have the Collector Zone discount that you guys can get 15% off in-stock items and full pay pre-orders with code CW. They got some great stuff. They got Mythic Legions, which I'm getting into, so I'm going to hit them up for that. Hot Toys, Warhammer stuff, statues, all that stuff and more at collectorzone.com. Let's get into junk drawer. We really don't have a lot to talk about today, so we'll probably all be getting out of here a little bit early. But we have...
How's a slow week?
I will start... Yeah, we almost actually took the week off, but I will start with this. Now, I didn't realize this was a full trailer. I think it was... Was it Paul Schreiber? Someone put this in the Patreon chat today, but it was like a 15-second clip, and I guess it was a teaser for the trailer. I didn't really understand it.
I guess this is the trailer.
This
I haven't even seen this yet.
Jesus trailer now.
Christ, look at him.
Yes.
Looks great.
I was going to put this in the junk drawer, and I didn't put it in there. I was just going to ask you to play it after everything else because I didn't see it on the...
Well, I didn't put it all because it was just him standing in the courtyard laughing, and I was like, I'm not going to entertain that.
Yeah,
That's
that
stupid.
was the earlier teaser.
We're talking over this to avoid, right?
We can watch it. I really don't care.
They don't really say much anyway.
Did he lose weight for this role, or is that...
He lost weight for the last time he played this role.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Lady Gaga kind of bad.
Music to make us whole. To balance.
Is the background music what the world needs now? Is love, sweet love?
It kind of sounded like that, yeah.
Sounds like pure imagination.
I'm nobody.
Exactly that, right? It's the same.
I haven't done anything with my life like you have.
Isn't she supposed to be a doctor?
I know he upgraded chicks, though. That's crazy.
They could have changed the meeting story.
Bro, Zazie Beetz is so much hotter than
dare
Lady
you.
Gaga. So much.
She is
I would
pretty.
kick either one of them out, man.
Wow.
So what, does he want to be a singer now or something?
I will fucking slap the shit out of you, Badfish. You don't shut the fuck up.
That's what it looks like.
He's always... So the thing in the first one, he always wanted to be a performer.
Are they going to be all in their heads again?
Oh, for sure.
Go ahead.
That might be the twist ending. But he was in the first one. He always wanted to be a performer. Like, he wanted to dance. He wanted to entertain people. He just landed on comedian. So I'm guessing after meeting her, and she's a singer or something, like, then he goes into his like wanting to be a performer with her. I think that's what it's gonna be. But yeah.
Okay.
Follower.
He almost has the disrespect to Zazie. Let's see here. What do we got?
Tell us, what's changed, Arthur?
I'll tell you what's changed. I'm not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
At least it looks interesting. As someone who didn't love the first one, I'm intrigued by this.
I want to see the real you.
Dude, honestly,
Dude, so
as
dope.
someone that wasn't looking forward to this at all and also just experienced that for the first time live, that looked pretty fucking good. I might have to go watch that. I actually really like the first one.
But was that trailer a bit of a
I'm somewhat of a mental patient
though?
myself. What? Probably.
Because there were musical elements, but it didn't seem like a trailer for a musical. So, I mean, I guess to the...
There's also multiple Jokers running in that one scene. That was interesting.
Yeah.
It was like what the people in the... Because everyone at the end was dressing
yeah.
up like him, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sort of thing. It looks interesting, but yeah, it definitely looks very heavily music influenced. But I mean, they said 16 songs, and that was just the cover songs.
How dare you?
I think it was 16.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like
Zach, you have to. You really have to.
There's no way. There's no way. They only got 40 views. If I got 40,000 views.
But I feel like they've done like sequels to like cult classics. This is gonna have to be your sequel to that classic that no one really saw.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's gonna revive it.
How dare you?
The people are demanding it, all right, Zach?
I don't
Give
know.
the people what they want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to
We'll
say
see.
Dune finally this weekend too.
Nice.
Finally lined it up.
thanks.
There we go.
We don't actually talk about that anymore. That was weeks ago, but good for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
I don't
let us-
remember asking.
I'm just saying, we're talking movies. We're talking movies.
Or Badfish. Let us know what you think, Badfish. Hope you liked it.
How dare you guys talk to my Badfish like that? There's 2 more trailers. I don't particularly want to watch them.
I'm gonna airstrike you next time.
There's 2 more Joker trailers.
No, sorry.
I
Tales
was
of
gonna
the
say.
Empire got a trailer, and then Star Wars Outlaws got a trailer. I would say if we want to watch one, I'd rather watch Tales of the Empire. I really don't give a fuck about this video game.
What?
And,
I really
look,
don't give a
Star
fuck
Wars
about
video games
the
have let me down bad.
You care more
Tales
about
of the
Morgan
Empire?
Elsbeth than this?
Yeah, I was
Something
about to
that's
say,
new?
Tales of the Empire is all about Morgan.
I haven't
Elsbeth.
seen
What
these
it,
trailers.
Outlaws is a
Gives
game.
shit.
Yeah, this is
It
a
is.
new
It's a
game
game.
from Ubisoft.
And it
so
looks crazy, too.
I
does
loved.
look interesting.
I did love Tales of the Jedi. So even though I'm kind of on that Star Wars hate train right now, I'll probably watch Empire, Tales of the Empire, but.
Tales of the
watch
Jedi
Tales,
was cool because it was about different Jedi in different eras.
And it showed
This
like
is all about
background on
Morgan
Qui-Gon.
Elsbeth.
Wait,
Yeah, let's
check it out.
Tales of the Empire is Morgan Elsbeth?
Yeah.
just
Oh,
her stuff.
I'm out.
There's other characters, but like, it doesn't. It's just her, like how she got involved with Thrawn.
With Thrawn, yeah.
Because it even ends up showing bits of the episode from Mando. But
I guess if they go into Dathomir, that would be cool.
Imperial favor.
Let's just check it out. We can watch both. I really don't care. I'm a little
Only
down
2
on video
minutes,
games.
Were all but destroyed. My anger gives me strength.
People actually cared about this character enough to have a show?
I mean,
Disney thinks you do.
They're really trying to make her a thing.
It's all those.
even though she's dead now, so who cares?
I forgot. It's all those Andor fans.
Is she dead?
If only her sisters had magic to bring her back from the dead.
Wait, did she die? I don't remember that.
That girl's a Jedi, right? She's the one from the
She
yellow
died
face?
on the planet. The sisters left with Thrawn.
Bro, that show was so forgettable in those last episodes. I don't remember any of that.
The animation looks really good, though. I'll say that.
They also keep trying to make Barriss like an important character, and I'm not having it.
They actually have the cool.
Is she the other sister?
No, isn't she the Jedi that turned?
Yeah, she's the one that turned.
She's
like
the
4
Padawan
times.
that turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's her and Han, right? The other 2 Inquisitors.
No, she. Oh, was that her? Was that meant to
No,
be her? I didn't even think that was meant to be her.
Oh, Grievous, nice.
I think it is.
That's crazy, Dean, because I never noticed that if it was.
She's got the same face marks.
I guess I didn't notice. I know her hair's the same, but I guess I didn't notice the face marks on her in the live action version. But that's.
I don't
badass
think it's
version
meant
of
to
the
be.
Inquisitor.
I don't think it's meant to be honest.
Pre-stabbed. Vader? It is. No,
What
it's
does?
not. That was her, Dean. Wait,
It's
skip
Vader.
back real
No, it's
quick.
Vader. It's Vader.
Skip back like 10 seconds. Right before they bowed like that, it showed her. That's her.
Oh, there she is. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Is that Merrick or whatever?
Yeah.
From
yeah.
Ahsoka?
Merrick, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
And
other guy is the one
new guy.
Ahsoka kills in Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's kind of cool.
Now, see, this
I'd
is
watch
some
that.
Empire shit we cared about. Because at least there's sabers and dark force.
Wow. Unlike
all that
Andor.
Is it? But it's like, yeah, look, you're not wrong, except in all the shows with Inquisitors, it's like the Disneyfied, like,
Yeah.
Helicopter
fantastic, where,
lightsaber.
like the good guys always somehow make the right choices and fucking
That's it.
suck.
I am curious. It says Tales of the Empire, while the other one is Tales of the Jedi. Is there maybe going to be a bit more Empire stuff than we're expecting just from the trailer? But it doesn't seem like it. It seems like the tale of Morgan Elsbeth right now, not
She's part of the Empire.
Tales of the Empire. Yeah, I know, but it's
Tales of these.
Barriss
more
and-
specific.
And Barriss, Sophie, and Morgan.
See,
Elsbeth.
Badfish, that's because they have to lure you in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
There we go. Star Wars Outlaws.
So I will say this trailer is good to me, but there's another trailer that's a gameplay trailer
Used to be, right?
that you should definitely watch.
We can watch both.
distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We need it last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Slero, and now he wants you gone.
There's too much information in this trailer.
Rob his fortune, buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death
Rob him
wish.
to buy freedom? That doesn't make sense.
I'm in.
Is this Han's niece?
Out here, you live and die by your reputation.
That's an interesting speculation, Eddie.
You want to survive?
Oh shit! Wasn't expecting that.
Damn, look at the lips on her.
Come back when you're not.
What?
On the fish? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix.
Star Wars Jack and Dexter?
We have to survive.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
This job.
So you can control him and you can make him take out bad guys and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
This was the one that we saw the trailer for like a few months ago, right?
I was going to say, I think we already watched that other trailer on the show.
Oh, so then, yeah. I don't need to pull that up.
And the right ship.
Yeah, there was a gameplay trailer about a year ago as well.
Yeah.
A different one.
And when I was at Comic-Con, I actually sat in on a panel for this game, and it looks, honestly, it looks really promising.
It kind of looks like
I'm excited.
I like how Marco's still dropping that. I went to Comic.
Just wait.
Yeah, we're going back in 2 months? 3 months?
Pretty soon.
Looks like a lot of variety with the worlds.
Yeah, so you can jump into space from the ground. So I think it's like real time, which looked again looks incredible.
Does look pretty good.
I mean, but is it that impressive though?
Death
like,
Troopers?
No Man's Sky did that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it's
That's
not Star
cool.
Wars though. That's
This seems more dense
Dragon.
though of a universe.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky has had a lot of nothing.
But it is Ubisoft, so.
I was gonna
Is it
say they
really?
have some hits and misses.
Ophi, that was
Some of my favorite games are Ubisoft games. I will say that.
But you know, in full disclosure, right? Disney used to have an exclusive license with EA to produce Star Wars. They kind of pared that back and said, "Hey, we're gonna spread it around to everyone." So I think all these studios, it's kind of like a trial basis, like our publishers or whatever. It's like you get it right, and we'll keep feeding you games. So I think they got a huge incentive to get this one really right.
You're not wrong.
I mean, isn't just having the Star Wars license a huge incentive to get it right?
Well, if you want to keep getting the license, though, right? They don't give them like a
They'll just
license
give it to
in
you.
perpetuity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that, but
Because you're a
I
nerd.
don't know either.
it's true.
Anyways,
I don't know either.
Let's see here. Dune 3 is officially in development at Legendary Studios. This would be Dune Messiah, which is the second book in the Dune series, which is the last book featuring Paul Atreides. Very exciting stuff there that they're going to finish his story. And yeah, I still haven't had a chance to go see Dune 2 in theaters. I genuinely don't know if I'm going to have time to see it, but yeah, it might just be one that I have to watch at home. There's like, I do want to see it, but then there's also that Civil War movie coming out in the next few weeks.
You gotta see this before you see that Civil War.
I don't know, bro. I got to see Civil War. I need to know what the fuck I need to do when the shit
Wow.
pops off in November. So,
Just go to Dean's house. He's rich and has guns. What the hell? That's where I'm going. That's where all
actually, you
of
could go
CW
because California and Texas apparently were somehow united. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
lie.
not Texas and Florida. I was
That's
like,
a
no.
freaking lie. The first
Doesn't
two
make
that are gonna
believe.
fight with each other is California and Texas. They would never
there
be
you go.
aligned.
No,
in
we're
a
not
Civil
gonna have
War.
to fight, y'all. You're gonna break off into the ocean.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Can't
Anyways,
wait to see.
I
There's
do
all
need to
those
see
massive
Dune 2.
earthquakes going on right now.
In
But the
New
thing is,
York?
like, it's tough. It's tough because it's hard to see it with Victoria, and then my one of the guys that I work with doesn't want to see it, so it's like I have no one to see it with, so I don't want to go by myself. And
Damn,
I
you just,
haven't
named
seen
all,
it
you
for
just
once.
named all your friends right there. That's tough.
Yeah. I don't have any.
One
I
of
don't know
them
if
is
I-
his wife. Jesus.
I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I might have stricken it from my memory because I was scarred, but yeah, I'm gonna see it this weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned
literally
it a few
forgot
times.
that you said that 2 minutes
We heard
ago.
it.
I know, I'm fucking. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
You're so stupid. That was good. That was actually really funny.
I can't believe you're
been,
gonna see Civil War though. Over
Yeah,
anyway,
what the
so
hell?
You're gonna
What?
make the time for that. No offense.
Yeah, of
but
course.
It
of
looks like
course.
a total B. Like I don't know.
Badfish, that's because there's two
What
kinds of
did I say?
country. Badfish, time out. First off, don't ever come at me like that. First off.
Jesus.
Second off, don't ever come in America like that. Third off, we know how to
It
fucking
looks
fight.
B-real.
We know how to
It looks like
fucking
a
fight
B-real
wars. Okay,
movie.
if there was a Canada Civil War, you're gonna be throwing stones at each other. Okay, this is gonna be a good fucking move. We got.
And
Yeah,
we're
fucking
back to
nuts
back
at
World
each
War
other.
champs. You forget that?
Yeah, you forget
If
that we've
you-
been to the moon, bro.
If you guys need to prepare yourselves, that's fine. But I'm watching Dune and I'm preparing for the space war.
Wow. Well, you've been preparing for the
We
space
actually
war,
have
to
a
be fair.
space division. You
Yeah. See.
Wow,
Space
we've been to
Force.
the moon.
Two kinds of countries, Dean.
Hey,
Two
our
kinds of
arms,
countries.
our arms up there helping you guys reach the moon, right?
Okay, Badfish. Anyway,
It's
I
really
do want
Ben
to see Dune
Thomas's.
2. Wow. Jesus Christ.
I haven't seen Dune 2 either, Zach.
Equan says he saw Evangelion over Dune 2. Now Civil War, I don't
doesn't
understand this
care.
man.
He missed both your hints, Dean.
Whoa!
Yeah, he missed both
Paul
of them.
Schreiber with $100
Whoa!
super chat.
Whoa!
What a
What an
guy.
angel.
Now you
What
got
a
it.
hundred
$100 for the war effort.
Wow, Paul Schreiber.
Listen
what
again.
Well, yeah, here, Paul, I'm going to give you one of these. I'm going to give you one of these as well.
Listen again.
One of these as well.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
And for old time's sake.
Individual little strands for the.
And I will say this, if there ever was a civil war, Paul is welcome in Texas anytime. I think Arizona and Texas might be a more fitting union, but Paul
Yeah,
is
the movie's not
He's
even
not coming to
accurate.
California.
Yeah, what a fucking guy. I did see Evangelion over Dune 2. Look, I just love Captain America and Iron Man fighting, so I'm going to go see Civil War in theaters. What can I say?
That's not the... No, Zach.
What? Well, Spider-Man shows up too,
This is
right?
so much. That was solid.
There was
I like
a Twitter tweet. It was like, I thought I was watching Shin Godzilla the whole time. And it turns out I was watching a Korean drama. And he's like, dude, this movie's so fucking sad. And at any moment, they're going to have to deal with Godzilla. Oh, man. Paul, I'm going to keep that on the screen. That's incredibly generous. We can't thank you enough, Paul.
What a legend.
You need anything from me, you let me know. Yeah, I really do want to see Dune 2. I've actually been watching the, what was it, the 70s or 80s Dune movie this week.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Wow.
So fucking
Is it?
good.
I could not get into it.
It's very campy. It's
Yeah,
very.
Very campy.
I watched
The
a bit
scariest
of it.
part is Patrick Stewart with hair. That's a tough look. That's a tough look.
I like that opening scene where they like bring in that like container with the alien inside of it.
What's a human?
That was really cool, and I was like, man, that would be cool to see in like an updated version, like today's graphics and stuff and practical.
Damn, they didn't do
effects.
that for Dune 2?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, Zach.
I want to
No
go see
alien
Dune 2.
tubes.
Third hint.
Third hint, yeah. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it's like when I was hinting that I wanted to buy the staff, and then he was like,
Wow.
yeah, sure.
No, you didn't hint it. You just suggested I do it. That's
and then
totally
also, like when I was hinting that we should go get hot dogs at Costco like 6 times already, and that hasn't happened.
You could get hot dogs at the movie theater.
Well, I got a hot dog for
Costco
Dean
hot
whenever
dogs
he
are
wants.
Both
it,
the
so.
same.
different. Is it kosher?
Yeah, it's got a little extra corn on it too.
Wow.
Anyways,
Where's the corn from?
I don't know, but it's got some cheese too.
Oh my god!
Lemon cheese.
I think you need to get that looked at.
Dean, you're a big fan of gummy bears. We have Gummy Quest Delicious Fantasy Gummies. Now, this is crazy. There's 150 tasty gummies, which I don't know if that means the pack has 150 gummies or there is... Okay, so when you eat them, that's kind of lame. But this is the most exciting part. There's 25 flavors. I couldn't think of 25 flavors. So how do they get that many flavors? It's too many. You got to get like 5 flavors. That's it.
Some of them are pretty cool. I'll read you some of the
Cherry.
So this is a GoFundMe or what is this called? Kickstarter? Kickstarter?
It's a Kickstarter, and I don't know if you're supposed to play a game with these gummies or what, but
seems not sustainable. If you
so
are.
there's
Right?
Paladin
Full
Pina
of
Colada,
Melting and nasty, nasty.
right? So it's Paladin Pina Colada, Wizard Sugar Puff, Whimsical Watermelon, Stealthy Shadowberry, Bloodberry. That sounds cool.
This is just
Subterranean
ChatGPT that
Spice.
just made words for them. These aren't even real things.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. But it's funny because Subterranean Spice is the big worm. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's perfect.
Sapphire Blast, Sour Lime Slime. This one is the worst, honestly. This is the most offensive. Axe Wielding Orange Orc.
Wow.
That's not even clever.
They definitely had ChatGPT.
Marshmallow Murder. That sounds cool. Clandestine Caramel. Cool. Killer Coldberry Cherry. Cool. But Axe Wielding Orange Orc. I was like, come on, guys. Then Palm Eye Granite with the thing with all the eyes. What is it called? The Observer? Or
The Observer.
Beholder?
The Beholder. Thank you. Trader's Treasure. Death. It's just a big black knight. Dragonfire Inferno. And then there's like Mystic Berry and stuff like that. So
wait, Death.
It's cool. Yeah, the big knight over there on the right. It's just called Death.
I hate everything that you've just said, Dean.
And there is these little dice that you can apparently roll and get full of hair, totally full of hair.
76 monsters, 15 heroes, 25 potions, 35 dice. That's I think it's $45 for all that.
That's terrible. That's a terrible value. I'm sorry. These are terrible.
For 150 gummies?
150 gummies. I could pay $3 and get 150 gummies. How much did you say this was? I'm sorry. One more time.
It's $45, I think, for the pack.
That's Dean. Come on, Dean.
For something that's going to be a rare limited set, $45.
Rare limited set. That's just going to stick together in the box. It's not going to look like anything like this.
Face.
I'm imagining it'll be in a tray.
And say, does it have like a
depends on what
display
the box
box or
looks
anything?
like.
Yeah, I think it'll be like.
Look, I just thought it was cool. I didn't say it was a good deal or.
It is very cool.
It's
It would be
offensive.
hard to eat these because they're so cool looking.
I'm
That is
upset
what
that
I
there's
was gonna say.
3,800 backers.
Me too.
Are you one of those
niche.
backers, Dean?
Look how big the
Did you back
dragon is. It's huge.
How did they need $350,000 for this?
Hey guys, we're gonna need some candy. We're gonna need $500,000.
With
That
9
means-
days. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know why this is so funny to me.
That all being said, if you back this, I would love to have death. I want to know what death tastes like.
Wow.
Just come to Texas, Eddie. I'll show you.
Come
how
over.
to taste it.
Jesus
Come over
Christ. And apparently Arizona too, according to Paul.
Wow.
Yeah, if these had weed in them, I'd be all in. But are you kidding me?
On the actual Kickstarter, it shows how big they are. The dragon is like the size of the dude's hand, so
Is
it's
there
a lot of gummy.
Okay, wow, that's that's definitely too much gummy
That is
for sure.
lot.
But
that's
that makes
a lot
it
of gum, yeah.
that makes it more interesting, for sure.
No way. This is. I meant to put this on the show sheet, but Lego's out of their fucking goddamn mind. They're making a Dungeons and Dragon Red Dragon's Tale, and somehow
is cool,
supposedly, well, hang on. So somehow supposedly you could play a D&D game in this tiny little fucking thing. I just don't fucking understand who Lego is supposed to be for anymore. This $360 for this fucking set. Every fucking set seems that's decent is like buku money. I don't know who's supposed to be buying Lego, but fucking $360.
Yeah, for $45, I could get the same figures and I could eat them.
I know. Dean could
When you
get
look at
A
it like
dragon, and a
Holy
fucking an observer.
Were they
whatever the fuck
sugar-free?
you call it?
Were they sugar-free gummies?
I don't think so.
I just hate
And
everything about this.
It's on back order too. Wow.
Oh wow, it is. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Owlbear. I know what all
Owlbear.
these characters are because of the movie.
Dude, that movie is so good. Fucking $500 for Rivendell.
The
Fuck.
I
prices
need that
and
still.
the prices of Lego are insane. This is very cool, but yeah, that's insane.
That is insane.
Well,
it's hard for
you
me to
should
judge
buy it,
because
Zach, so we can get
It's-
content for
it's-
Bricks and Brews.
It's I don't know when that's happening. It's cheaper to fucking collect Hot Toys than it is to buy Lego these days.
I'm not so certain, but yeah, it's definitely.
It's 470
close.
Canadian. 470 Canadian.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It means
How
nothing
much are
to
the
me,
gummies
but go on.
Canadian?
Probably close to $60.
Much better deal, and you can eat them.
Stuff.
And you could eat them.
I'm hungry now.
And you get,
But you guys
get
have
two
universal health care,
dragons.
though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd rather.
There you go. $61. I was
It's
right.
not good health care, Marco.
But
They
you
get
know,
universal
probably-
health care, and it's just
you're not
going to
go bankrupt just
I think you're doing all
getting
right.
sick over there.
I will say it probably helped me a lot. That's all
Hey,
I'll say.
medical debt does not show up on your credit, so fucking go to town, guys.
That's
not true, Dean.
That is
is
not
very
true at
false.
all.
That's terrible advice.
Texas logic there.
Yeah.
Is that what they told you?
Jesus Christ!
Is that what they told you? And you were like,
don't
oh,
check
cool.
your don't check your credit score, Dean.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's Jewish. What the hell?
Jesus Christ!
Holy cow!
Or not pancake. She's Kevin. With that water dish, you racked up that debt, I guess, on you. You just put it in there.
Wow.
Wow.
That's hurtful. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Badfish?
Bro, you're Canadian. That's all I have to say.
If my dog did it, I wouldn't be paying a cent.
Wow.
Well, wait, hold on. There's healthcare for animals as well, is included.
Yeah.
No, if my dog injured me.
Oh, that's okay. That's right. Okay.
My dog
you shook there
injured
for a
me.
second.
Water injured me.
Animals
Yeah,
cost
don't
them.
accuse him.
Still cost a lot of money.
Okay.
Got real personal on this show.
I did.
Let them fight.
I love you, Dean. I love you.
I don't know if
fucking
you
dead
do.
to us. The Sonic films will become Avengers level threats, big exciting stories that have a lot of different characters. First off, look, I love the Sonic cinematic universe as much as the next guy.
I don't think that's true, but
I said as much as the next guy, so it actually is true.
The next
I'm
guy.
the next guy. I don't
Yes,
think
You're out of here, pal. You're fucking out of here. Anyways, that's a lot to say. Avengers level events, like I want it to happen, but like I don't know.
Even I'm kind of scratching my head at this because, I mean, Sonic does have other villains, but it's basically just Robotnik. So,
like they brought out the big guns a bit too quickly.
yeah, it's like they're bringing Shadow into this next movie, but it's gonna be like Batman v Superman. They're gonna fight for the first half of the movie and then join forces in the second half. That's literally how the game happens. Unless they're gonna plan on dragging that out for a couple movies, but I don't know. That's what happened with Knuckles in the second movie. But
Nuts.
I mean, I guess you could introduce like Metal Sonic. That'd be really cool. But Metal Sonic's kind of a wash too, because depending on which one they go with, like he's kind of a dingus. Yeah, it's interesting. Like again, I'm a huge Sonic fan, and I'm like, I don't really know what Avengers level threat they could go. I mean, I guess if they did like the Sonic Unleashed storyline where Eggman like blows the planet up and like the soul of Gaia comes out, I don't know.
Wow. You can't forget about the Baton Rouge trilogy too. So.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Can't forget about my boy Nuck.
Isn't that Knuckles show coming out?
Yeah, the Knuckles show's coming out. That'll take place between the second and third movie, if I remember correctly.
Honestly,
Dude, if they have a like a Avengers level event, they gotta have that one Mexican dude on TikTok that does the VR of Knuckles. Like, you know, they have Spooder Man. They gotta have that dude in the movie. That'd be amazing.
Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah.
Everything is Avengers.
He's like, on your
level
left.
now. Even the new
Right.
Godzilla versus Kong felt like Avengers.
Eddie, I'm gonna give you a fucking point for that.
That literally felt like Endgame to me.
I will say, as like just okay those films are, they've probably gotten the closest to Avengers in terms of like team up films, because so many things have tried it and they almost
I
always
want to go
fail.
watch Civil War.
Well,
That's
there
Avengers
you
level,
go.
bro.
Exactly.
That's literally Avengers level.
So that's what worries me about a quote like this. Like, I don't even know who this is attributed to, but
And
it's
it may
like,
be out
don't
of
even put
context too.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like, don't compare the most successful crossover ever to what you're trying to do. Just keep doing your thing. You don't have to be Avengers.
Yeah.
You could still
What
be
if they-
successful.
Because I think
What
that's
if
where
they
DC
turn it
messed
into
up.
a crossover? What if they do add more characters than just in Sonic?
Oh,
could be cool.
yeah.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Movie.
I think
That'd
that's
be
where,
fucking nuts.
I
would
think
be nice.
actually with the Mario Cinematic Universe, I
Right?
think that's where DC messed up, right? Because Marvel had like that breadcrumbing for like a decade before they made the big, Infinity
Yeah.
War jump. I think it's tough these days for that. I don't think you would ever see that again.
Yeah,
That-
because Marvel
that
hasn't
was
even been
like-
able to replicate it again. right?
Exactly. Jonathan Majors out there beating the hell out of everybody.
Jeez.
Holy
Honestly,
cow.
this is some of the most exciting movie news I've heard ever since probably they said they're bringing back Star Wars back. No, really, I'm just saying this to
satire?
try and get on. Yeah, I'm trying to get on Dean's good side again.
Holy cow.
To be honest, this is kind of weird. To say this is an Avengers level event comparing Sonic, it's very strange. But
Actually,
Yeah,
Sonic
it
does have
is.
the Infinity Gems, so
but-
or the Infinity Rings.
Actually,
That
they're
could
Chaos
be.
Emeralds.
Oh,
That
okay,
would
that
be-
could be a thing.
That would be
Yeah.
wild. Jonathan Majors is Nuck.
hey,
Wow, that's a goddamn
that's a point. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
No, his girlfriend got his nugs. That's different.
Holy
Jeez. Marco, that was hilarious.
Hey, my expectations are low though, so if they make something good, it's good.
Yeah,
I
there
mean-
you go.
That was
So-
incredible.
Both Sonic 1 and 2 did incredibly well in the box office.
Yeah.
Shockingly, considering video game movies usually do really bad.
Yeah.
In fact, they were already making the second one within like a month or two of the first one. And by the time the second one was already in theaters, they're like, yeah, we're working on the third. And then the Knuckles show got announced. So if it continues to do well, I'm sure they're going to keep churning these out. So it is cool to see. But yeah, even I'm a little confused by that.
I mean, it's just tough because, like, with Marvel, I mean, again, I don't fucking know anything about Sonic, but it seems like from the outside perspective, like, you got Sonic, you got Knuckles, you got Tails, you got Shadow. Those are kind of like your big hitters. And outside of that, like, there are characters, but I don't know that all of them have the fan. You know,
Look at Dean's toy
wherewithal.
shelf. You can get all the characters we're gonna have.
You got none.
Yeah, no joke.
I mean, to be fair, to Zach's point, even something like Detective Pikachu, which I think was a pretty good movie and it did really well. There's no more Pokemon movies.
Yeah.
And you got so
got
many
800
different
fucking
Pokemon. Yeah, dude. Like what? Like 500 of them now? I don't remember.
There's like 1,000, I think.
1,000. Okay, so. And it's like, dude, you could do a Pokemon trainer movie. You could do a Pokemon gym movie. And they didn't do shit with that. It's like. So even if Sonic does have a bunch of other characters like the Chaotix or Eggman's his little goon squad, like I don't. Yeah, it's. They could go in a lot of directions, so I'm excited.
Pokemon doesn't know how to capitalize on their property though.
You are
Pal
not
World.
fucking
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You are not.
Yeah,
fucking wrong.
Pal World came out and blew the socks off them because people have been begging them to do something with their video game other than reskinning it and redoing it all the same again. So Pokemon just doesn't know how to take advantage of those sorts of things for some reason.
You're right. The Fallout series is releasing one day, or I don't know what the fuck is the point of this. They're releasing
Dude,
one day
I'm
earlier
getting whiplash
on
with this
April
show.
10th. It's like, fuck, dude. You announced this on the 8th?
Tomorrow.
I guess so.
They
but,
put
I
up
mean,
2 announcements that it was coming out early, and they're like, no, it's even earlier. I was like, wait, what?
Damn.
Yeah.
one day early. I don't know why they're doing that, but
Because there's no hype for it.
yeah, apparently this is the first I heard of it.
I feel like
but,
it has. Well, yeah. I feel like it has decent hype. Like if you follow video game stuff, like watch the
This was already greenlit for
award
season
shows
2,
and
though.
stuff.
They already greenlit
Really?
it for season 2. Yeah,
That's weird.
But they're dropping them all at one time, which I feel like is a tough decision to make. Like whoever was in charge of the marketing of this kind of fumbled because then you could kind of build hype slowly. You know, like it could be week to week conversation. Instead, it's going to be like it's going to be Wednesday to Friday, and then everyone's going to be over it.
You know who really fumbled the bag?
It's true.
Eclipse gum. Really fumbled the bag. They could have had all this marketing for the Eclipse. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that gum doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
It does exist. I saw it the other day.
I wonder why.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different gum.
You sure it was just on your shelf in your house or something?
Fuck you.
Oh, I'm thinking of 5.
Wait, I think 5 exists too. What are you talking
How it chews, or how it feels.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Oh man, those commercials.
How it chews to feel 5 gum.
How it chews.
Yeah, this is. I like Fallout enough that I will check this out. I have Amazon. Fuck it.
There you go.
I hope it's good. I mean, shit. I've been waiting for something to watch on TV. I've been watching Resident Alien, which is fantastic, by the way.
I've been watching fucking the Jesus show.
I like watching shows about things that I don't have any attachment to.
Because you have no expectations or what?
Yeah.
Like
that's the best.
Well, maybe I like this.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I watched One Piece, I loved One Piece because I haven't seen any of the anime, so I think I'll watch this because I have no expectations, so I'll probably
To be fair,
enjoy it.
a lot of people liked One Piece, even people who liked the anime. So One Piece was kind of a standout. But you're not wrong. That's how a lot of people. Like I was talking to my grandmother the other day about Halo. She was like, "Oh my god, the show's fantastic." I was like, "You like the show Halo?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like,
Dean, at the end of season 2, they introduced the flood.
About time, dude.
They skipped. Yeah, their timeline is weird as hell.
Yeah.
And the way the flood was introduced is not the way that it's introduced in the game. But I was still kind of hyped to see it on screen. I was like, "Oh shit, it's the flood."
Damn.
Yeah.
So this is Jonathan Nolan, right? Isn't it the dude, one of the minds behind Westworld, and then Chris Nolan's brother? But he's not British. I never understood the relationship.
Oh, I don't know. But if this is the dude behind Westworld, I'm excited because that fucking show kicked ass.
Let me look it up, but I'm pretty certain.
This looks visually really impressive. That's all from the clips I've seen. It looks like they did it justice. I'll say that.
Yeah, and the actual power armor is a physical prop.
It looks incredible.
Like a guy wearing it. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a shot. My wife messaged me saying, "Hey, did you see this?" So even she's interested. And we're both gamers, so
wow.
It's
Yeah,
cool,
McFarlane
cool
is coming out with figures for this, but they're like statue figures. They don't have any articulation, but just to bring it back to collecting.
Oh,
actually, if you like
yeah.
Fallout and you like the show, they will have those figures.
If Hot Toys or another 1/6 scale company did this Vault Dweller, which I know nothing about her character, but that would be, heck yeah, instantly for me because I loved 4. Was it Fallout 4 that was on PS3 and Xbox 360, and then 5 was on PS4? Am I getting that right? I enjoyed both of those.
Right?
Okay, so 3, maybe 3 and 4 is what I'm thinking. Either way, yeah, both of those games are great. Yeah, so confirmed Jonathan Nolan is the director of this, or the creative director, and he is Christopher Nolan's brother. I don't get it. He talks like I do, but Nolan doesn't. Wow. So Ben Thomas can help me explain that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I mean, on I think all the Fallouts, it's character customization. So if you played as like a female Vault Dweller, like bam, there you go. That'd be a pretty cool figure to have on your shelf. What are those guys called? He's on a synth. He's
I thought they were called synths.
Well, he's not a synth. He's the mutant guy.
Yeah, what the heck are those called?
He's the dude from Ant-Man too. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
He's funny.
Wally Goggs?
Yeah. The guy from Vice Principals.
Oh yeah, it smells like fuck buttholes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that actor. He usually plays such a dick that I'm kind of excited to see him play this character because he looks kind of like your typical like Western cowboy kind of. Yeah, ghouls.
Ghouls. There you go.
That's it. Yeah,
he's not really like a typical ghoul, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is interesting.
It's honestly, I'm kind of excited for the show, but
I'm hyped.
Yeah,
I'm not supporting Prime Video. They added commercials to Prime Video, so I'm not watching
you
it.
just skip them.
Come on.
Nope,
You can't.
I don't want to deal with it.
Jack Sparrow, baby.
Yes,
You have to pay more to skip them.
You have to pay more to skip them.
On mine, it's
paying more.
like 20. I watched that Ricky Stenicki movie, and it was
That was your first mistake.
It was actually pretty. It was actually pretty good. But at the very start, it said this movie is brought to you ad free by McDonald's. Like, here's a 20-second ad. You get the whole thing free now. It's like.
But do you
that.
pay for Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Yes. There's now an upgrade
It's
fee to
$3,
get no
I
commercials.
think, for no commercials. Yeah, and then
that's
and we were
bullshit.
watching like Hell's Kitchen the other day, and it cut in like 40 seconds of ads.
I will pay for the no commercials because
That's wild.
I started
and Netflix too.
subscribing
So
to
it's
YouTube
$3
Red,
a month.
and I didn't even notice that I haven't seen a commercial in such a long time with YouTube Red. And
Bro,
I'm
he's
like,
living
I
in the
love it.
future, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sometimes
Dude,
Netflix
I don't
is
know
doing it
what.
too.
Speaking of YouTube ad free, I don't know what happened, but
Bro, you told this story, and I've never heard anyone say this.
Yeah, I've never had ads on my YouTube. Ever. Like, I'll get the ones at the beginning.
and I was dumbfounded.
Maybe
He's talking about mid-roll ads.
Dean's like,
Yeah,
funny thing
mid-roll
about your
ads.
credit card debt is it doesn't even go on your, doesn't even go to the credit report.
Look, guys, I don't really think about money. But anyway.
Wow. You piece
When you
of
got
shit.
it, you got it.
Yeah.
And me, I got it.
Yeah, when I want to order food on Uber, I don't care how much the tip is. I'm like,
Wow.
Wow, must be
Mostly
nice.
because he doesn't give a
That's
tip.
actually
but-
not true.
Very Jewish of you to not worry about the tip.
Oh.
It's not very
How
Jewish of
dare
you.
you?
It was a good final
Say
show.
that.
It was a good run.
Zach, you want an official apology. Get on Twitter right now.
Say it.
Anyway.
I've only ordered
I like to
Uber
take this
Eats 'cause
time
I had a gift
to
card.
apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
That's why he's
Only
the
one
goat.
here.
I thought you were gonna be, seeing one dead Latino right here.
He only offended Kanye
It reminds
West.
me of that thing, call an ambulance, but not,
Not for me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no, I
so-
didn't have mid-roll ads on my YouTube for like years, and then like 2 weeks ago it started, and now I can't get rid of them. I don't know how.
I was like, Dean, that's
Or
just how
why.
YouTube works, bro. And he's like, no, I've never had that. I'm like, I tell you, I work for
Literally
YouTube. That's just how
never.
that works.
Yeah, because I
And
would
he's like,
watch
nah,
TV.
bro, there's no way. And I'm like, well, maybe the creators that you watch don't use them, and now they're starting to use them. But like, yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah, and I was like, no, because I would watch like recommended videos. Like, I would watch the same videos in here as on my sister's TV, and I would get ads in there, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why? Like, what is going on? And now I get them all the time. It sucks. I'm thinking about paying for fucking YouTube. Red, 'cause
YouTube is
I'm like,
weird, Dean.
this
It makes no
fucking
sense.
Sucks.
YouTube makes no sense. I say a bad word in the first 10 seconds of a video, and it gets demonetized. Remember that one dude that just shaved his dick and balls, and it's just all out there in the first second.
Hey, he
and
didn't
his video
shave
gets
him.
monet-
He put
I don't
nair
remember.
on his asshole.
That's how Ben Thomas.
That
got
might have been
to
a second
3K
video,
subs.
but-
Oh my god.
But it's just full BH, bro. Full, meat and potatoes right there.
Twigs and
bleach?
berries and all.
Someone sent me the link, and I was at work, and I was like, "What?" And it's the camera frame is right there.
Yeah, he didn't even like lean into it. He's just like, there it is.
I'm like, "God damn!" Say your name first.
This is so
Jesus.
dark.
Hey,
Why is
Zach,
it so dark?
Zach, if you want to create content like that, you can too.
I'm gonna do it.
Please don't.
I'm gonna do it. Do we have a macro lens?
Jesus.
We have
For your balls, or
no? My balls are huge, actually. Actually, it's weird. I have huge balls. It makes no sense. The dick isn't very big. It's like the Eclipse. My balls are huge.
Yes,
Like
it
if there was
explains.
like BBC, but like big brown balls. That's what I got.
BBBs.
So to be
It's
fair,
like
the
two
penis-
plums. It's like two plums
The
just down
penis
there.
is average size. It's just by proportion the
Well,
balls make it
less
look.
Yeah, it makes it look small. That's what
so
it
did the manscaping help, or no? Is it
Made it worse.
Oh, it helped. Yeah, no,
Made it worse.
I felt like Piccolo.
see
like,
so
it's
much
incredible.
scrotum now.
It's like when you trim back the hedges. You can see your porch better.
Why are they so smooth?
Smooth as eggs, Badfish. Like 2 plums.
Wrinkly as fuck.
They were
though.
kiwis at first. Let's see here. We got another YouTube review. We got everyone just laughed. They're like, dude, this show's fucking weird. We are dropping viewers by the second. The Goat 16 show. 5 stars. Amazing content with honest but funny takes on collecting. Zach and Dean do an amazing job with the panel of guests that do not disappoint. Collecting Weekly is the podcast to follow if you enjoy good content mixed with collecting news and reviews. Thank you to Hugo in Portugal. Hugo, send me an email. ZACK@collectingweekly.com. Shut up. ZACK@collectingweekly.com.
Jumbo.
And I will send you a few stickers. We have a few that we can send for this wonderful review from, because we're your top 250 now. We keep sliding in Portugal, so Hugo had a little bit better, but
wow.
We were in the top 10 of Portugal. So Hugo, it's also torrential downpour right now. Holy crap. Hugo, so really? You send me an email. Send me an email,
Whoa,
Hugo.
what is that, Eddie?
We will send you a swag pack. Also, Katya, send me an email as well. And if you've left us a review and you have a screenshot, or if we shared it on the show, just remind me, and we'll send out a few swag packs. Loki says, "God damn, what did I just turn on hearing about Zach's Frankenbeans?" We get wild.
We're
here.
gaining viewers apparently.
Wow, there we go. Dean, let's say thank you to these Frankenbeans here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Frankenbeans is so funny, dude. Something about Mary, bro. Franks and beans. Oh my God! Give me a quick shout out.
It's like a torrential downpour right now.
Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerino, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gibbs, Daminator, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Gins, Biggs, Billy Badfish, Toy Cartel, Sweet, Danny Lee, Dee Dee Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomoski, Victor Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Takashi Wah, Derek B, Arias Portillo, Alvin J, Aurelius Delgado, Jazz Carroll, Joe Ridley, Pablo Meza, D-Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don McDonald, Stephen Persia, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, Exodus, and Brenton Palmer. What a bunch of angels,
Wow.
right, Kevin?
Look at this downpour, Dean. Look at this. It's like torrential right now. My goodness.
Oh my God.
Jesus
wow.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
Oh, like we're going sideways.
I know. Well, maybe next year I'll get gutters. Let's see here. The March, April Patreon benefits. These will be shipping at the end of the month, beginning of next month. We have the Ox Divers sticker. And now this is actually a magnet for the junk drawer drawing that Dean did. Actually, both of these were for Dean. But it'll be a magnet. I know people always ask for them. They're kind of expensive, so we don't do them too often. But if you like the junk drawer, now you get a permanent magnet you can just kind of put wherever you want. So stay tuned for that. If you want to join us on Patreon, patreon.com/collectingweekly. Darth says, how do you get the beans above the Frank? Gotta do a handstand, my friend.
No rain over here.
No comment.
Let's go upside down.
Yeah, there you go. The hot seat, $5 is the digital tier. We have the Sweet Angels, $7.50 a month. You get stickers sent straight to your door and access to Ox After Dark replay. The $15 certified crispy certificate. You get the certificate and figure fix assistance. We also have the What a Guy tier at $25, which is doubles of all the stickers we send, and the Pog Deluxe set. So we actually had our first $15 member in a while, and it has been a long time since we did a certificate. So Exodus actually signed up for this tier, and Gene, we have to meet up and sign a poster for him because I don't know where that file is, and I don't really want to remake it, and he was actually much happier with the poster. So if you do join this tier, you can get a signed CW print by Dean and myself. But let's see here. We have some YouTube channel members as well. We have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gare Bear, Good Old Spotcha, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Cards, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1 6 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Scarnlord, SpongeBob SquareBall, Sunnyvale Rust, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. So appreciate you guys signing up. If you want to join the YouTube channel membership, you can do so at that link there. It's 99 cents if you're a Patreon member, or $2.99 if you're in the Peanut Gallery, or if you're not, rather. For the Peanut Gallery tier, you get loyalty badges and custom chat emojis and YouTube member shoutouts. We also have a TeePublic. Got some great shirts there. Oop, that's the wrong link. This is the link for the TeePublic. And looking at the network, we have Small Talk this Thursday. Question of the Week on Sunday. Ox Plays. I think we are playing D&D again this Saturday. After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. And we have Chuck and Adam on Friday for just another Friday night, so be sure to check those boys out. They're doing great on Fridays. I felt bad. I think last Tuesday I didn't shout them out, but that was my apologies. Chuck should also be on Wednesdays, I think, for the near future. So any shout outs that we want to give? Shout out to Paul Schreiber, incredibly generous super chat. Really appreciate that, bud. Definitely
Paul,
appreciate
what
that.
A guy. What a sweet angel. I'll just shout out Ben. He was feeling under the weather today, so hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, my poor Ben.
Well,
and we had a birthday in the family this week, right?
Did we?
What?
Who?
Yep.
Oh, Pete.
Pete.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Pete.
I actually told him happy birthday, but I do feel bad that I forgot right there. Happy birthday to Pete. Pete is one of our longest listeners, one of our greatest friends. A lot of times when you dinguses stress me out, I have to go to Pete for advice. He's like the king's advisor. Because sometimes you guys really do stress me out with all these little, situations that you guys yell at me about. And on more than one occasion, I've had to... Eddie, you are the situation. Just kidding.
On occasion, I will not deny.
I love you, Eddie.
It's just replying with how we're treated. Will you yell at us? We yell at you.
I have never yelled at you guys, actually. That's not true at all.
You told me to shut up like 3 minutes ago.
Well, I was trying to read my email, and you're like jingling along.
I said Jumbo.
Jingling.
Yeah, but it was.
I was shouting out Hugo from Portugal for being a sweetheart.
I was reading my email. How would you like it if I talked when you talked? First off,
You do all the time.
That's because you lag. I was talking 10 minutes ago, and you're barely hearing it.
See, he always has an excuse.
See,
He
he's
never
a bad
takes
person.
anything- he
He's
never
a bad
takes any
person.
responsibility.
He's a
He
bad
always has an
person.
excuse.
He's a bad person, guys. This is our last show. You know what? This is our last show. Fucking canceled. We're canceling ourselves. I'm done. I'm fucking out of here. Fuck you, Dean. Peace out. I'm having the rest of the night off.
See what we mean, guys? He's mean. He's a mean guy.
Oh, man.
Though.
I will say... Wow.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
All from behind the scenes. What a diabolical madman.
I am.
That was funny, Zach.
Anyways,
I will say shout out to Small Talk, and if you are thinking of checking out D&D, it's 10 episodes right now, and we got some really good ones in there. Check it out.
For Baldur's Gate.
For Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's really easy to watch because
yes,
none of it is theater of the mind, and there's really good voice acting by obviously the actors that play the characters in the game. Okay, voice acting by us, and you want to see that boy Ozal slang them things. That's where you got to be.
Yeah.
Good
that
moments.
character fucks everybody up. I'm like always begging for people to attack me. I'm like, bring it on, please. I get you with the repost, and then I'm gonna attack you 4 times in a row. Oh, I love that. That's such a
shout
good
out
game,
to the
but
rat
yeah.
as well.
Shout out to the rat.
We live his story, I think.
You have a familiar rat now.
Oh yeah, I did that as tribute.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I could do it as like a raven or whatever. It's actually the worst version of the familiar, but because of the rat, I was like, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, that was cute.
I thought
also,
Zach
sorry,
tributes
go
cost
Batfish.
extra.
There you go.
Yeah, Zach tributes cost extra. Also, shout out. It was Will Foxification's birthday.
Wow.
Nice. Shout out.
Make sure you go shout him out. when Marco was like, it was someone's birthday, I was like, oh yeah, I got in trouble from Manny.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, how do you know about that?
Wow.
Manny got upset. He's like, what do I have to do to get a birthday shout out from you?
Okay, time out. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to talk about this. Dean's a horrible person. I don't know why I put up with Dean. Every year on January 5th, I give Dean a birthday shout out. And never have I ever received one from Dean. It's sad. It is so sad.
That is a
on auxiliary.
He's preparing for the day after last year, so you can forgive him for that.
No, never ever.
He did it. It just was really delayed.
That's actually fucking hilarious. That's actually really funny. So this is our last show. But anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Batfish.
We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
There's no more next episode.
Final nut.